All right. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to continue on hatching a whole bunch of Eevee eggs. And I did end up taking a little bit extra time. Ooh, I took a lot of extra time. So this second half is going to be a lot shorter. Not a huge deal. We're just hatching eggs anyway. This isn't too terribly exciting. You're just hearing me rant about different things. So yeah, we're just going to continue on here in a few more seconds. We'll get back into the game. Hopefully it's up. I think it should be up. I started it a little while ago before I started the timer, so it should still be active. We'll find out when I bring down the timer here in a second because I can't see it with the timer up, unfortunately. That's just how that works. But yeah, we'll get right back into it and hatch some more Eevees. I am way off to the side because I've slid over here. Yes, hello, I'm back from my lunch, back from taking the dogs out. I did take way too long to do all that. It was not the intent. A lot longer than I thought, too, because I came back up here. I came back up to my computer, to my game and everything at about 1:58. I was like, ugh. Okay, so 2 o'clock. We're gonna get going back again. And right as I said that and said hello and everything and introduced, and I looked at my watch, I saw that it's almost 3 o'clock. So that is going to significantly shorten how much time we actually have today, which kind of sucks because that's not even, I haven't even been doing 8-hour streams. Though, from what I've heard, like short things is a lot better. I just realized I don't have the sound on. Again, not that it matters that much because the sound has been kind of glitched. Heck and back. So we got that on. Okay, let's hatch this egg. But yeah, so what to talk about? Where to start off? Yeah, I don't remember what the last thing was we were talking about earlier. I know we talked a lot about the Pokemon that I do like and the Pokemon that I hate, and some of the, and I will stand by this. The Scarlet and Violet games are woke as hell. I will stand by that. There is way too much evidence of that going on, of various pieces of that going on in this game. Like, look, I can't even tell if that's actually supposed to be a woman or a man. I think it's a man. There's several characters like that in this. If you didn't know, the ice gym leader is actually a dude. I am pretty certain that a good chunk of the female gym leaders, gym leader, the female characters are actually dudes. Like I'm pretty sure Penny is a guy, and I will stand by that. I'm pretty sure that all but one of Team Scar is all. I'm pretty sure all of Team Scar except for one character is male. The only Team Scar character, Team Scar, Team Star character that is female. See, this is a dude. That's a dude. I'm not entirely sure that this is a girl here, the fighting one. I'm about 50% positive that's probably actually a dude. Yeah, the fairies star team star member. That's definitely a guy. Where are all of these? It's actually been a while since I played through all this. That was 3. Where's? Oh yeah, the fire one. This has got to be a dude. I do not think that that's a girl. I think that's a guy. That's the one that I'm pretty positive is a guy. The only one that I think may be a female or it is a guy is this one here. It's either a really butch girl or it is a dude. But all the rest of them, they're all dudes. That's a dude. This is a dude. The fire one is a dude, and I don't know where the other one is. Where are you at? Here. This guy. This guy right here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. And he's the dark one. He's kind of obvious, but I don't think any of the others are female. I don't think this character is actually a guy. I think that's another drag queen type character. I don't think the champion. I don't think she appears on the map anywhere. I don't think the champion's actually a girl either. I think that's another guy. Not Naomi. The other one, the really thin person that they try to make you believe is a female from the get go, but there's something about that character that doesn't seem right to me, and I'm pretty sure that that character is actually another guy. I think a good chunk of the characters are the named characters are actually male, which really honestly doesn't even matter. If you're gonna whine at me about that, I want to point out that this game does not label the player character as male or female. So get stick that through your thick skull. There, you're literally not even choosing between male and female when you pick your character. It doesn't say male. It doesn't say female. All you see is just a picture of what they look like. The only indication of it being male or female at all is the starting hairstyle, whether the hairstyle is long or short. Otherwise, the body, even like the character walking around, even looks the exact same. There are slight differences in the school uniform, but for the most part, it's exactly the same, regardless if you're playing a character with long hair or a character with short hair. So, anybody that wants to fight me on how woke this is, I just want you to remember that you're not picking between male and female in this game. I don't think you pick between male and female on Sword and Shield either, but you had all the different outfits that were clearly boys' outfits and girls' outfits. This one, you don't even have that. There's no difference. You don't have any kind of special clothing you can wear. You can change your shoes, you can change your glasses, your gloves, your socks. Like, who cares about the socks? You can't even really see the socks. In this game, let me clarify that. In this game, you can't even really see the socks. You can use sandals, but why would you be wearing socks with sandals? Unless you're me, but I do it not because I think it looks good, but because I don't like toes. I don't like feet. I am not a feet person. I do not have a foot fetish. I do not want you to see my feet. I don't like my feet. Even though they are my feet, feet are not sexy. They're feet. They're meant to be walked on. Literally. So the socks thing for this particular game, I don't really care. They could have excluded the ability to change socks, and I would not have cared. Now in Sword and Shield and some of the other ones, because you're changing your entire outfit, and there are certain pieces that will allow you to see your socks, that's a different story. But in this one, whoop-de frickin' do. I did go through on this character, and I bought all the expensive white and gold items. So you can kind of see the backpack there. That's the white and gold one. That's the one that's really expensive. Same for the shoes. I think those are like Croc style shoes, which I'm not a big fan of. But I was just like, hey, I can buy the most expensive shoes. Oh yeah. To explain that, you can't see that. Because my subscriber goal's in the way. It is up there in that corner, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's up there in that corner. I can't, because I've got the same screen everybody else does. I don't know if that's where your money is listed. Actually, I know it's not. Where? Oh, we need to. Where do I go see my player information at in this one? Has it really been that long since I last touched this? I don't remember where the screens are. Wow, it has. That. No, that's the uniforms. Aha! Right here. And it doesn't show my... It doesn't show how much I have on me. Oh, there we go. So I have 6 million gold. I'm just going to say gold because everybody knows what gold is. Saying 6 million money, 6 million money doesn't make sense. In English, you would say, like, depending on what your currency is, I would say that I have $6 million, which isn't right because this is poke dollars. That says money. So I'm just going to say 6 million gold. 6 million gold, you understand about how much money I have within any game. Um, unless I'm in a game like Imperion that has credits, and then I'll probably say credits. But this, yeah, I'm just going to say 6 million gold, just so you know. So I have 6 million gold in this. You may wonder, like, how the hell do I have that? Well, you can run around and pick up a lot of stuff, or doing a whole bunch of surprise trades. Occasionally, you get items from those stupid bots that are sending out fake shiny Pokemon. They're they're real shinies, but they're not really usable. In fact, I've got a Cresselia in this data that I can't. It's stuck here. I can't trade it anywhere. It's stuck on this game. Um, anyway, like I was saying, you can sometimes get items from them and then sell those items, and those items add up, particularly if you get ability patches. Ability patches right there. You can see right there, I have 23 of those from doing surprise trades, and I've sold a bunch of those to the point where I have 6 million gold, and I haven't even done the first gym battle. So take that into account. Like the surprise trade, for those people that want to whine and complain about the bots, I understand, but at the same time, use it to your advantage. Like, I have so much gold starting off in this game that it's ridiculous. I don't have to worry about Pokeballs ever again. As far as anything else in this game, this game is kind of ridiculous as far as like healing items are concerned. And what I mean by that is you can find healing items anywhere on the ground in the world. So we can just walk around, we can pick up stuff, and there's a good chance that we may pick up some kind of healing item. So when I played through Violet, I never bought potions in that game. The only thing I spent money on were what few outfit pieces I have control of, like backpacks and shoes, and decorations for your picnic. that's pretty much all I spent my gold on, was just those. Um, Now, in this one, I did have to spend. What did I spend gold on in this one? Something else. Yeah, in most game, I agree. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh, prep for battle. Why is okay? I'm just gonna leave that there. Um, yeah, in most games, I don't even bother like using healing items. I just go to the poke center. In this one, because they've got items all over the ground, I don't even bother with that. Like, there's so many healing items on the ground. You never have to worry about poison. You never have to worry about paralyze. You never have to worry about anything. And I just realized I don't have any eggs on me right now. We're running around without any eggs. How are we going to hatch a shiny Eevee without eggs? But yeah, in this particular one, in Violet, because I haven't really started Scarlet yet. I mean, technically I have. There's at least 2 battles within the game that you have to do before you can do any of what I'm currently doing. Uh, that is the first battle with Naomi, the first battle with Arwen, and then the first battle against Team Sky when you first meet Penny. Uh, fi- don't bother with 5-star battles. Either my Pokies are 5, 6 stars just by breeding. Are you talking the EVs? Ivies, yeah, Ivies. I'm not even really concerned with the IVs. IVs are something that really, unless you're unless you're playing competitive or you are trying to min max your solo game, I don't even care about them. The last time I messed with that and tried to max out the IVs was in something like, I want to say that was in like Sapphire and Emerald. Sapphire and Emerald? No. Maybe Black and White. I don't think I bothered with it in. I'm pretty sure I didn't bother with it in X and Y. Sun and Moon, I gave up on that stuff, and then I haven't done any of that since. Oh, here's our first one. Yeah, the bracelets are amazing for that. I had thought about on this we may get like a couple of them. I'm not too concerned with the IVs again, but that doesn't mean I don't want the bracelets for other things. For the main playthrough of this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get. We need one more shiny Eevee. Let me go ahead and, because you're new here, I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about this. So we're doing Team Eevee playthrough. I have 5 of the 6 that I actually want for Team Eevee. I do need to get a Glaceon and a Leafeon when I have access to those stones, and I will use them at some point, but they're not going to be part of the main team. But we got a Flareon here, a Jolteon, a Vaporeon that is shiny, an Espeon, and a Umbreon that is shiny, and I want to get a Sylveon that is shiny. So that is going to be our team, is those 6. We're still working on getting the shiny Sylveon though. First things first, we gotta hatch one. There are other ways to do that, like get the shiny charm and then go and go hunt, go shiny hunting. I'm not gonna be able to get the shiny charm anytime soon. I don't have anybody I could trade for the Pokemon that I need to finish out my Pokedex on either game. Uh, So I need the Paradox Pokemon for my Violet game, and the legendary Corridon, whatever his name is, the guy I'm riding. I need him. The other thing that I need for both of them is I need the stupid dolphin. I unfortunately do not have any way of getting the dolphin. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of shining hunting. I'm not a shiny hunter. So any shinies that I have are either I've hatched them on purpose, like we're doing now, or they're just random encounters. Or it's the stupid bots trading me shinies in the surprise trade. I think in Violet, I think I've only had like 5 shiny encounters, and I accidentally surprise traded the best one, and that was I got a shiny. Whoops, whoop, wrong button again. I got a shiny Dratini, and I accidentally traded it. I was so mad when I realized what I'd done. It's like one of the best shinies in the entire game, shiny Dratini. Forget the fact that it's pink. I love that little pink snake. I'm gonna call it a snake. It's not really a snake, but it's so cool. That's awesome. Uh, what was your first shiny ever? I still remember my first shiny. It was in I don't remember the actual name of the area, but it was in black and white, and I was in like the inner. It's like a sanctuary area in that game where you've got like a ring of grass you can go and hunt. And I was just bouncing through there because you have to go through there for a quest. A shiny Pidgey, nice. And I came across a shiny Ariados in there. So my very first shiny was a shiny Ariados. That was really, really hilarious. It's not my favorite shiny that I found. My favorite shiny that I've encountered, and I'm talking like the actual encounter because the encounter was so just mind-bogglingly bizarre, was in Pokemon Sword. Yeah, I'm same way. I started playing way back with Red and Blue, Gen 1. Um, so, yep, yep. We're telling our ages right here. So, like I was saying, my favorite shiny that I have found was in Pokemon Sword. So I got the game. Oh, I wish I still had mine. I think I've got the game somewhere. I just don't know where they're at. So I started up Pokemon Sword, got my starter Pokemon. You have to go. I think you have to go off and you find Hop or something, and then on the way back, I was just going through the grass area. Mind you, this is 5 minutes into the game. I'm going through the grass area. I noticed this weird little yellow bouncing ball right there. Just a little bouncing yellow ball, and I'm looking. I'm like, wait, what is that? I was like, is that a shiny? I go and I encounter it. It's the shiny bird, Rookidee. So within the first 5 minutes of Pokemon Sword, I had found a shiny. It was hilarious. I couldn't believe that. That's a full odds. Just start the game shiny. Within 5 minutes, I had my first Pokemon and it was shiny. That was hilarious to me. That is like my favorite one I've ever found. I will never forget that one because it was so the 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 chances of finding a full on shiny that early into the game is just astronomical. And I remember my coworkers at the time, because I was telling them that, they're like, no way. So I pull up my game, I open it up, and I show them. They're like, you're kidding me. I was like, nope. Not even 5 minutes into the game, I had a shiny already. That was amazing. So you weren't here earlier when I was talking about my very first Pokemon. What was your first starter? Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander? Uh-oh. Why did it allow that? I don't know why it did that. Yeah, my first one was actually Bulbasaur. I'm gonna my way age 7 into Scarlet, and the very first Pokemon he encountered was the Lechonk shiny. I don't like Pink Dad. It looks girly. Why does what? Yeah, I understand that completely. There's a few of them that are like that. Like getting a male Corellia, or a male Gothita, and that whole line. I don't understand why that got blocked. That is really weird. There's no reason for that to have done that. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that around here. Hopefully, I don't get onto that subject. Because I am very outspoken about that. Even on Twitter and everything, you could definitely see my thoughts on some of that stuff. Even though I constantly say, hey, we're not going to talk about that, we're not going to deal with it, and then I just go off on a tangent. Oh, last egg for this batch. But that's really cool. You got your son into it. You guys got something to talk about and do together. No shiny again. This is going to take a while. I mean, of course it's going to take a while. We're only on box number 2. We got a long ways to go. And then I'm going to have to breed up a whole bunch more, because I imagine we're not going to get one within this first big batch of eggs. I'd be very, very surprised if we did. Although, Vaporeon was actually a surprise. I was only halfway through the boxes, and we got the shiny Eevee for Vaporeon. Now that is something, you had brought up IVs earlier. That is something that I did do, is I made sure that I had all the right yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, so like I was saying, nature. So Flareon needs to be modest. Jolteon needs to be timid. Vaporeon needs to be bold. Espeon needs to be timid, and Umbreon needs to be calm, and I think Sylveon's also timid. Oh, I've got it. It says it right there. Modest. Yeah, so Sylveon's modest. Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. And in fact, in my personal opinion, that's how it should be. Well, saying that, and then we're obviously playing a female character, but that's something else that you missed earlier. So that is something that I always do in these games is I just make the character female. Uh, and I was thinking about this a, about a month, maybe 2 months ago, with wanting to do Pokemon more content on my channel and on my YouTube channel. I was like, well, how am I going to explain like running around as a female character when obviously you can like see him right here? Uh, and I'm totally against that kind of. We're just going to keep it down and simple, where I'm against that kind of things. And the idea I came up with is well, for conventions around here and for Halloween, I've been doing my own Pokemon professor, so Pokemon Professor Natanus Lycans. And I figured, well, the easiest way to explain it is Rachel here is the professor's daughter. So we're effectively playing as my daughter. I don't have any kids, first off. So it's just kind of a way to like make this make sense and not have any kind of political undertones with it. It's just effectively this character is essentially my character's daughter. Yep, I thoroughly agree. I thoroughly agree. Oh, here's the first egg. There, there was something similar to that I heard recently. I don't remember what it was, but yeah. That, by saying that, I'm assuming you're like a teacher or something? Or a professor, maybe? That is probably, I can't imagine how difficult that would be. Especially considering what they've been pushing on everybody the last few years. It's gotten ridiculous. Which is part of the reason why I started all the streaming and everything. I wanted to offer people a different thing because nice. Yeah, where was I? So I was saying that the whole reason I started streaming and making content is kind of twofold. I was trying to chase like after a group of YouTubers that I rather enjoyed. They're all Minecrafters, but eventually I came to the realization that I've been following these people for years, and the rhetoric BS that they've been pouring out and acting like it's normal of like LGBT garbage, I just got tired of it. And I was like, well, I want to offer people something else to watch that doesn't have any of that garbage in there. And that is kind of the focus. And I originally meant it for being uh, something kids could watch. Nice. And so I was hoping to be like a content creator that would be kid friendly. Well, I would definitely not suggest your kids go and watch any of my content on YouTube because there's some stuff where I go off on stuff. I think I just barely... No, I'm just outside of that. I am just outside of that. I'm actually a millennial. Sounds like it. Oh wait, have I... Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I was like, no, wait a minute. I think I'm out of eggs now. We have to do this again. Oh, I don't even care for that stuff. Like every time I see that on a new platform or something, I'm just like immediately disgusted by anybody that even puts it. I did see a post earlier today. I haven't had any messages back from it, but there was a post asking for the funniest pronouns thing, and what I put on there is where slash Gamora. I was hoping somebody would put the other parts of that. Like maybe somebody, like I was hoping somebody would put who slash Gamora, and then another person followed it up with why slash Gamora, but nobody did that. But yeah, I can't stand that stuff. That is so ridiculous. I do love the jokes that people have made about that, and they ask, well, it just depends on how you pee. There's stuff like that out there. Some of it is hilarious. Oh yeah, yeah, I know, but I'm not transferring them. I'm actually releasing them because otherwise I would just have way too many EVs. And this game, for whatever reason, has a limit on the boxes. So you can't have an infinite amount of boxes with an infinite amount of Pokemon in this one. I don't know if Sword and Shield still has that. They may have done away with the box size in that one. Actually, I know it doesn't. I think there's 32 boxes in that one as well. Yep. I forgot. I forgot when they got rid of that, but one of them you had a lot more than 32 boxes. I know because I had what I called the Eevee army. I think that was in like Pokemon Y or something, where I just had a bunch of boxes just full of Pokemon. Yeah, to an extent, yeah. Right now, I don't have. I'm not paying for it, so I only have the one box, which right now, yeah. So I have the one box, and I think right now it's got all the trade evolution Pokemon in it. Well, all the ones that I have. There's a couple of trade evolutions I don't have. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what they are. I had a I have a list somewhere. It might be in my file. Let's see here. That's the nature's favorite. Why is that in here? Tags, art. This is a list of what I still need in Scarlet. And that's a pixel art. Yeah, I had a list for all of the trade evolutions and what I'm missing. I don't see it though. There's only a couple of them that I was missing. I think it was like 3 of them that I'm missing. I don't remember what the 3 were though. Let's see, I have Gengar, I have Golem, I have Machamp, Alakazam. I don't have an Alakazam. That's one that I'm missing. And then we got the item-based evolutions. I don't remember if Murkrow is a trade evolution or if it's just a use evolution. I think Murkrow is a use evolution. I have Scizor. I have Steelix. I don't know. Well, I only have 10 right now, but yeah. I'm doing the same thing. I'm pretty sure I can't show you that. Yeah, you can see it right where my head is. See, it's got a luxury ball right there. Yeah, all my Eevees are in luxury balls. I try and catch everything in luxury balls. Because it's the best looking ball, am I right? It's the absolute best. Yeah, I know that. Well, actually, I don't know that feeling, but I know what you mean. Come on, I need another one. And then we gotta work on getting it to Sylveon, which means I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get a fairy move on it, which it does learn. I think it's Cute Charm fairly early. That's a lot of Poké Dollars. Okay, so that's all of our eggs. Yeah, so this would be a lot quicker if I wasn't releasing them. That's exactly why I'm releasing them at 5 at a That's why I'm hatching them 5 at a time. In the past, I used to, once one hatches, I would switch it out for a new egg. That way I've just got a constant cycle of them. But I was experimenting in this game months ago with doing that versus hatching all 5 eggs. And I spend less time doing nothing by hatching 5 at a time than I do like going back and forth with just one and then one and then one, just back and forth. So hatching 5 at a time is actually a lot quicker. That is a lot of Poké Dollars. You know, in this, what you really should do is do a whole bunch of surprise trades and look for ability patches on the bot Pokemon, and then sell off the ability patches. Like, look. Oh, I gotta remember where that's at now. Yeah, it's here. 6 million Poké Dollars just from selling ability patches. Ash ketchup. That's awesome. So it's gonna be a buffet? It's gonna have to be a buffet if you're like saying you gotta eat them all. Like, what style of buffet? We talking just regular American? We talking barbecue? We talking Chinese? I'm sure there's probably somewhere out there that has a Mexican buffet. You can have that. Ugh. I don't like Mexican food. That would actually be an interesting thing to do on like a Pixelmon server. Open up a restaurant on Pixelmon server. That'd be interesting. I don't remember the last time I played Pixelmon on a server. Jeez, where'd that thought even come from? You know, I've got it set up to where I'm going to see it on the screen over there. Sorry, this is backwards to me. I've got the image flipped around for myself. So really, this is my right hand. Even though it looks like it's my left, that's my right hand. So I've got everything flipped. And it confuses me. Oh, my dude. Really? What? There was a meme a while back that showed where Chansey. This is how the healing works. Chansey brought the Pokemon into the back after Nurse Joy puts them on the machine, and Chansey throws the Pokeballs into the furnace, and then selects new Pokeballs with the same Pokemon in it, and then gives it back to Nurse Joy. Yeah, Team Rocket would be proud of that. Go sell them some Slowpoke tail. They'd appreciate that. It's fine dining to them. Me, I don't really care for Slowpoke tail. I'd rather have a Tauros burger. Or maybe a flaming Psyduck. Sketches called starter Pokemon? I don't know what you're talking about there. There's a lot of Pokemon related content out there. There's no way I have seen them all. There's only there's only three, no, four Pokemon content creators that I used to watch. So PM7, I used to watch him. He 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 was one of those that I used to love watching, and his buddy M&J plays Mikey. I watched him a lot too. There is a YouTuber called Pimp Night. He does a lot of really bizarre team build videos. Like, say somebody asks him to do a team wipe with a certain Pokemon, he does things like that. Or he'll do like theme teams, but he does it in PvP, so not really competitive Pokemon, but just when you go out there just to challenge somebody else. He does a lot of that stuff. No, that's okay. I'll refrain from that. I'm kind of skeptical about that stuff. But who else? Shiny Catherine. Shiny Catherine is probably my favorite shiny hunter. Her videos are always fun to watch, and her laugh is kind of infectious. Which reminds me, I wonder if I know I stopped following PM7 because of something he recently said. It was I was not happy about one of his posts recently. He's another one of those that, even though he doesn't say political things, when he says certain things, I can figure out what his political agenda is. And he said something recently. I was like, the only people that say stuff like that is this type of person. I don't like that. Yeah, I'll try to remember to look that up. Actually, I can probably just go ahead and, just so I don't forget. Assuming this isn't going to... Well, I don't know what that just brought up. Oh, interesting. Okay, so some kind of CGI show. All right, I'll take a look at that later. Only doing that so that I don't forget it. Yeah, I saw that. It actually looks really good. There's very few of those things that are like fan made that actually look good. That one looks good. Like even the first thing I saw was red. Red looked like red. Follow Charmander in his quest for power. Oh lord. If that Charmander has any of my luck, he's gonna end up being a Mega Charizard Y instead of a Mega Charizard X. Though I do believe competitively Y has been more valuable than X. I don't really remember. Oh wait, we're out of eggs again? It just occurred to me we haven't seen a hatch in a while. I'm really bad about keeping track of that. It was something I was looking at earlier. There's like a meme for Pokemon, like a new thing that I just saw recently. I forgot what it was. I was just thinking, I saw it earlier today. I don't remember. Hang on. Like it's right there on the tip of my brain, but I don't remember what I was looking at. Well, there's M&J TV. I forgot I'm still subscribed to their Reddit channels. I don't remember what it was. It's like something just made me think of that, and I don't remember. Oh, it was the Skater Boy thing. I'm still confused by that. So there was a meme I saw earlier, and it was something about Avril Lavigne's song "Skater Boy," and what it said is he was and it showed a Clefairy boy. So a fairy boy, and then it said she was a. It showed a Gengar girl. So a fairy boy and a ghost girl. I didn't. I couldn't quite figure out what that had to do um with Avril Lavigne's song. That it's still. I'm still thinking about that and trying to realize what in the world that was even saying because it didn't match up with the lyrics at all. So that can't be it. Considering it was Gengar, I don't think that that was any kind of like LGBT thing. Although we did have Fairy Boy or Clefairy Boy or whatever. And actually, it wasn't Clefairy, it was Clefable. So I'm still, I don't fully understand what that was I was looking at. But that was a few hours ago that I saw that. Oh, God. uh, so is it just human, 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 or is it based on race? Like, that would be hilarious. Sounds bad, but human, human, human. Human, 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 human. That's just weird. Oh, I can't unthink that now. Just a Pokemon hearing a human, and it's just all it hears is human, human, human. Which makes me really wonder, like, how do Pokemon actually communicate with each? Why does it keep doing that? So I went through a while back, and I set up all this stuff, and apparently it doesn't. It didn't take effect because that's twice now, and the first one I really don't understand. That one I kind of understand, but that's hilarious. I could see I could see that being a weird moment. I'm sorry, you're what? German Shepherds. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have 5 Shizus. Well, technically, I have 5 Shizus. Really, only one of them is mine. I don't have any of them up here. They seem to be behaving right now downstairs, so that's good. Normally, I bring up at least a couple of them. Oh gosh, I wish my dogs did that. I've been trying for a long time to train them. They are not. Shizus are the most difficult. Yeah, that makes sense. Shizus are the most difficult dog to train. I've only managed to get them to do one thing, and that is I've gotten one of them to learn how. Let me correct that. She partially knows how to fetch. Like if I throw one of her toys, she will go get it. She will partially bring it to you, but she will stay just out of range of you being able to reach it. And then she expects you to get it from her and then throw it again. I have yet to figure out how to make her bring it all the way back to you. It's like you're both playing a game. She's trying to make you get it so that you can throw it again, and then you're throwing it so she'll go get it. So it's like she's playing a game alongside you. And she's the only one I've managed to get to do that. The other four I can't. They're not learning to fetch. They will chase the item. They won't grab it and try to bring it back. They will go get it, but they won't bring it back. And then as far as like little tricks and everything, I think one of them has learned to, only for treats, one of them has learned to sit. And I think one of them is starting to get the hang of shake or high five, whichever one you want to call it. The others just no. Yeah, yeah. Anytime I've got food, they come running. And depending on the food, I do give them some or not. Really shouldn't give them table food, but we do it anyway. I've been trying to refrain from doing that more and more and more, but it still happens. Either I just simply forget, like I don't think about it, I'm just like, here, have a bite. Oh, yeah, right, I wasn't supposed to do that. Or they steal it. They've been pretty good about not stealing food from me here lately. Pretty good. They haven't done that in a very, very long time. The last time they did, Thor, which is actually the biggest puppy, but he's also the youngest, he stole it right off of what I was eating. I don't remember I think it was like a pizza, and he stole a pepperoni while I was eating the pizza. It was quite funny. I wish ours did that. A cheese tax? Yeah, ours don't eat cheese. They do have a meat tax, though. If you've got any kind of meat, they want some. That's hilarious. The German Shepherds really do like cheese? And please tell me you're not doing the whole cheese on the head thing. that's that's like the dumbest trend I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Throwing cheese on your pet. Like who thought this up? Why would you waste a perfectly good slice of cheese? I still think it's hilarious, especially when you see it go on the cat's face and the cat falls over backwards. It's still hilarious, but it's such a waste. Yeah, we don't. Oh yeah. what is it? I think it's the microwave for our dogs. It's either the microwave or it's the oven. One or the other. They always, the moment they hear it going, they're like, "Oh, is that for me?" I think it's a microwave. No, 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 it's not the microwave. Because I use the microwave the most, and they don't always come to me. I think it's the moment I sit. Yeah, it's the moment I sit down with a plate of food. It's not the utensils. It's the actual plate. Now that I think about it, it's the actual plate that draws their attention. All of your rules. You mean for your house pets? Yeah, I can see that. Like some of them, like our pets sleep in the beds, or they sleep in their own beds. It's one or the other. Here lately, the boys, we've been leaving the boys downstairs because the boys have been causing trouble. Uh, but the girls end up sleeping upstairs in the bed. And as far as food is concerned, like we generally end up feeding them off of little paper plates, and we try to split it up evenly, but they never eat it evenly. Like like 2 3 weeks ago, I watched one of the dogs eat 2.5 plates of food. She was a hungry girl that night. And then they generally don't steal food off of plates. Mighty Thor did it that one time, but I haven't seen him do it since. That was still pretty funny. And it wasn't even off the plate, it was literally in my hand, and he stole a pepperoni off of it. We have 3 girls and 2 boys. Again, all Shih Tzus. Small dogs. No real reason other than that's what my family likes is Shih Tzus. So we've got Shih Tzus. We've got the oldest girl is not related to the other 4. So we got a boy and a girl, and they had 3 puppies. We sold off one of the puppies and then kept the other 2, unfortunately. That was not part of the plan. We weren't supposed to have 5 dogs. We were only supposed to have the 3, and then just breed the 2, breed the pair for a little while. But yeah, that ended up getting absolutely destroyed when they decided to keep 2 of the puppies, which is fine. Thor and Dolly are absolutely adorable, but in my mind, they were never supposed to stay here with us. I still love them. They're good little puppies. And technically, I should have brought Dolly up with me. I shouldn't have left her down there by herself. Dolly is absolutely tiny. She's a little bitty thing. And she's my little buddy at times. Yeah. All our Shih Tzus want to do is they want to sit there and cuddle up with you. But then again, that's pretty much been their entire life. That's all they've done is just sit there and cuddle up with us. Tea and biscuits. Well, that makes sense. But when you say biscuit, you're talking about a cookie, aren't you? Because anytime I hear tea and biscuits, I'm like, why would you dip a biscuit in a cookie? In a thing of tea? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I don't know why I can never like mentally adjust to that. Anytime I hear it, I instantly picture a biscuit being dunked into tea, and that doesn't make sense to me. It's not a biscuit that you're dunking, it's a cookie. Oh wow. You just made me think, I wonder. I had a friend years ago, uh, out in Germany. He wasn't German. I'm not German. Well, uh, I'm not from Germany. Uh, he was raising German shepherds, but that was almost 20 years ago. I wonder if those two dogs of his are still alive. I don't remember what their names were. I don't even remember what his name was. But he had two German shepherds, but he was training them to be. He wasn't really training them to be attack dogs, but he was training them for defensive reasons. It was something that he really enjoyed watching, was seeing German shepherds like be attack dogs for like the police and everything. And so that was something he was really into. So he's training up his two German shepherds to do that. And it's good uh, training, behavior, behavior control. It's good control of the dogs, training them like that, is what he was telling me. I don't think I could do that with mine, but I've kind of given up on being able to train them anyway. They're all of our eggs have hatched again. It just dawned on me. Wow, we're making very slow progress on this today. I keep forgetting that we are trying to hatch eggs to get a shiny, so I need to be like switching them in and out. I've never thought they're vicious by nature. Uh, there's no dog that I would ever say is vicious by nature. Not even pit bulls. It's really just the person, the owner, more correctly, how the owner treats them and everything, and how they discipline them and everything. If you're, yeah, we're not gonna get. I'm not gonna get into that because I'm not that knowledgeable, but it's just based on how the person is raising them. Yeah, yeah. That that guy that I knew, his two German shepherds, they were as sweet as could be. Uh, absolutely perfect. Like you put your hand out to them for them to sniff you, and they let you just pet all over them. Our little Shizus have a different thing with that. I don't think they would ever bite anybody, but they are trained to bark at, um, in I don't know how to put that. In like ancient times in China, Shizus were used as like alert dogs. That's why they're so small. They trained them to be small so that the emperors and people could carry them, and they would purposely train them to bark at anybody they do not recognize, anybody that is not within their household or is in the house all the time. They would purposely train them. It's kind of like sheepdogs, or not sheepdogs, but collies. A collie will instinctively go to uh, herd groups of animals. We had a collie for a little while, and it did exactly that. Shih Tzus are the same way. They will bark at anything that is not part of their family. Nice. Yeah, I try to avoid giving ours any kind of treats, mostly because it doesn't train them correctly. So my family just gives them treats just because. But the only time I do that is if I know they've done something good, like for instance, going to the restroom where they should. It's about the only time I do give them treats. I was giving them treats, like I had a little jar of training treats. I was using that to try and train them to fetch. It never worked. Like I said earlier, Shih Tzus are the hardest dog to train. They just will not listen. They refuse. So it's a giant pain in the butt training them. I imagine training German Shepherds is a lot easier. Because you're not the first person I've heard of training German Shepherds. Already? That was quick. Didn't I just do all that? Where I swapped the eggs and everything? How many am I at? This is proof right here that I cannot multitask. I'm just talking to one person trying to play a game and I'm losing track of the game. Horrible at multitasking. Oh, was that? I have no idea what that is. I have to look at that later. That's something on Reddit. Just pinged me. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Another one. I know we're very, very far away from it, but I would love to have this right now. And then I could just hatch the others at my leisure. I've never thought about it like that. That was a good point. Yeah, our five probably act like they're spoiled rotten. That's probably why they sleep all day. It probably doesn't have anything to do with the fact that nobody is ever home. Uh, I'm home for reasons. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. I hope. I keep thinking hopefully not much longer, but I don't see any end to my current situation. I really don't. I see a way out of it. The problem is getting to that. So really that's such a low percent chance that I think I'm just stuck at this point. I really do wonder if they do think of us like that. But then again, they're probably also hearing us go human, human, human. That's probably why they cock their heads like, huh? 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 Though I did find out that when they're doing that, they're trying to understand. It's like them going, huh? What'd you say? What do you mean? What do you want me to do? but they don't understand what is going on. And that's why the whole treat reinforcement thing usually does work. Like these Shizus, the only one that ever learned anything was the oldest girl. But that's because she had a period of her life where she was the only puppy here. It wasn't her immediate introduction to the family. When we first got her, we had one other. Yeah, I thoroughly understand that. I thoroughly understand that. The food tax. I guess we do have that. The food tax. Like if you're eating food, you gotta give a little bit to them. The only time I don't is when I'm eating pizza. And I guess that's why Thor stole a pepperoni. Oh, good grief. Yeah, one laying on you. Oh, no. I get it. Okay. Immediate thought. And then I was like, oh, wait. The only thing I can help you with is cheese. Get more cheese. Get this man a slice of cheese for his dogs. And more regular Eevees. At that size, she could probably push you out of the chair. I would not be surprised if that's happened a time or two. I also would not be surprised if she's tried to stretch out and fallen off of whatever she's sitting on. Or maybe the other. Maybe Biscuit has pushed her off. That's what it sounds like to me. Well, ours do occasionally fight over who's sitting where. We have what we call the coveted spot, and that's where somebody is like sitting, where one of the puppies is sitting directly in your lap, and they fight over the coveted spot every so often. Yeah, normally when I bring any of my puppies off, I set them behind me on the bed, and I've got a blanket spread out right now because earlier today I did have Momo and Dolly up here. Yeah, that's how mighty Thor is. He is the absolute. He's a unit of a Shizu. He is big. He's about 24. I don't know what that is in kilograms. He's about 24 pounds. So he's a big puppy, and he's not as big as yours by any means. But for a Shizu, he's big, and occasionally he does try to fit onto very small areas. It's hilarious to watch him try to do that, and then wonder why he can't fit. It's like we got a whole bunch of pillows downstairs for them to sleep on, And every so often, I will find him on the biggest pillow we have. Sorry, on the smallest pillow we have. And Dolly, his sister, is the absolute smallest one. Now, she is not the shortest. She's actually taller than the oldest dog, but size-wise, she's shorter and much smaller in frame size than the others. So she's tiny, and she, for whatever reason, will get on the biggest pillow we have. Yeah, I could see that happening. I could definitely see that. Like, I tried to do that with my boy Coco, but I wasn't home enough when he was a little puppy. So he's kind of grown up to be a little bit of a loner. However, at the same time, he's also developed a oh, what is it called? Anxiety, separation anxiety. So he can't stand for there not to be somebody around him, even though he doesn't like being held. 90% of the time. Sometimes he will come over to me and climb in my lap. It's very rare that he does that, but sometimes he will. Typically, the only ones that really come over to me frequently, like it'll happen almost every single day, is Dolly will come over to me, and Thor will come over to me. Uh, Momo really depends. If nobody else is home, she'll come to me. If somebody else is home, she'll never come to me. Yeah, ours don't do that. They bark, which is why we had to start leaving the boys downstairs. If if the boys are upstairs, they will wake people up at like 3 a.m. 3 a.m., 4 a.m. is roughly about the time they start trying to wake somebody up. So we had to start leaving them downstairs, which is kind of heartbreaking because occasionally either Thor or Coco will start barking because, again, Coco does have separation anxiety. So occasionally, most of the time, it's him that starts barking. Here within the last week, Thor started doing that. He's the one that's barking now. It looks the exact same as the whole rest of the night. You're not missing anything there. I don't have much to worry about there because they're not sleeping with me. So I don't have anything at all to worry about on that end. What time is it? Oh wait, are we? Ah, you think by now I'd be more attuned to where I'm at with the eggs? I've been doing this for almost an entire year now. Not every single day, but enough that you would think I'd be more in tune with, hey, all 5 eggs have hatched. Apparently not. I did try doing this. I don't think it works. Yeah, that doesn't work. Whoops. Oh my gosh, then I backed all the way out. Come on, fingers. completely screwing up what I'm doing here. Yeah, as of right now, I don't worry about that. Wow, that's awfully late if they're getting... No, that's... Never mind, that's 9:30. And yes, I do know military time. For whatever reason, I thought that said 11. That's 23, not 21. Ugh. That's pretty early. Yeah, so... What is that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... What, only 6 hours? Roughly? Maybe 7? Oh, really? I knew there was a... I know the time difference, but I never really realized just how late it is over there. Like, there's a streamer and YouTuber named Spange that I still follow. He's from the UK. No idea what part, but it never really registered with me the big time difference between where he's at in the UK and where I'm at in the States. 21, so it's... Wow. And that's saying something because I've literally been around the world. Oh yeah, I don't think they've even started covering the numbers yet. I was looking at it at lunch, and they didn't have anything concrete up yet. It's still getting numbers and everything and getting stuff counted. We're still in the voting phase, so until the voting is actually done, they start counting everything, which technically should not take that long. I don't know why they were claiming 4 years ago that it was taking forever. No, that's BS. They were stuffing the ballots is what they were doing. That's why they shut everything down. You couldn't see in. And they got all those videos of people pulling out ballots from nowhere. I hope he does. I really do. And if anybody sees this when I upload it to YouTube later and they make it to this point, screw you. I really hope he does win, but at the same time, they haven't done anything about the cheating from the 2020 election. And from what I have seen of certain aspects, I think they're going to be trying to cheat in a very different way this time. Well, there's some states around here that you don't have to prove that you're an American citizen, so if you'd sent a ballot to those states, you probably could have voted. Which they need to fix that. It's so aggravating. And on a whole bunch of levels, I'm kind of... you're getting me on that topic. There's a whole bunch of that stuff where I'm just like, why don't people just do something about it? Why do you have to be political about it? Why do you have to go and like have meetings and everything? No, just take these people out and do something about them. Oh, really? Oh, you did say that you were 22 years in the British military. Yeah, I'm 4 years Air Force. The only reason I got out was because of stupid Obama, and I didn't choose to get out either. Obama's force reduction caught me in the butt, and it kind of screwed me up for life. And most people think that the force reduction was voluntary, which is partially the truth, but it's not the whole truth. The way that Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, yeah. Oh heck no. I can't imagine ever doing that. That would take way too long. I think from where I live to the West Coast, I think that's almost a week and a. No, it's not a week and a half because my family has done that. I think it's almost like a full week driving across there. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sure they do too. You know, ever since that force reduction, like, let me go back to that for a second. So, the force reduction that they put the military through was said to be uh, voluntary only. That is BS. I know because I got caught by it. The force reduction was the way it worked is it was voluntary to a certain number. If they did not meet that number, then people were forced out. And one of the rules in there, and I will never forget it because that stupid commander of mine put me through a loophole to shove me out. Uh, the loophole is, and I can't, I've said this for years, but I don't remember what it is called. But commanders have like a list for people that they're like, I'm watching you. You're in trouble. I'm watching you. They have a list that they can put people on, and they don't need a reason to put anybody on that list. They can put them on that list for whatever reason. Uh, and the loophole is that if anybody is on that list, they are automatically enrolled in the force reduction. Yeah, it was like a disciplinary list. It had a special name. I don't remember what it was, but they don't need a reason to put anybody on it. I know because I was on one. Uh, anyway, so like I was saying, the way it also worked is anybody on that list was automatically enrolled in the force reduction. So all he did was just put my name on that list and boop, because he had no reason. He, within reason, he had no way of pushing me out of the military. None whatsoever. There was no grounds for it. So he legally couldn't do that. Then came the force reduction, and oh, look, I have a magic way of pushing this person out. And that's what happened to me. So there's on a personal level, there's more parts to that, but I just because of everything that happened with that, I feel like my honor was actually taken from me. Yeah, it was unfair. It was very unfair, and I feel like my own honor was stolen from me. I've not been happy about that since, and until like last year, I didn't even have anything that had the fact that I am a veteran on it. Like nothing, because I was that. I felt ashamed of that. I, again, I felt like my honor was stolen because I got no choice in that. It was just like, here, get rid of you. Let's throw you to the garbage. And I have not been happy about that ever since. So a lot of things for veterans and everything, I've just felt like it's not for me. Or please don't, like some people saying, well, thank you for your service and everything. Like I try to avoid anything that would say that I'm a veteran. I do have a couple of hats. I have it on my license, but I don't proclaim it because, again, like I've been saying like 4 or 5 times already, I feel like my honor was stolen from me. And it's kind of the opposite case of like you've heard of cases of stolen valor. I feel the exact opposite of that. It's been kind of rough in that regard. Like I've never felt really good about that. I'm gonna allow that through. That's fine with me because I definitely agree. Yeah, I thoroughly agree with that. But that is the way things happened, and that's now been it's been 10 years since those events, and this coming April will be 11 years. It's hard to believe that I've been out that long. Now, granted, I also went in way, way, way late in life, but whatever. Things are the way they are for a reason. Though I still haven't found a reason for any of the things in my life. I keep thinking that I found reasons and that I'm on the right track, but nothing ever seems to lead anywhere. It's just another dead end. Yeah, I've seen them do that before. Um, and that kind of thing, those when they do that, those are the times that I've refused to stand up because I don't feel like I should be among those being honored. Oh, really? That's surprising. But yeah, I really don't feel like I should be honored that way because I felt like, that whole honor and the pleasure of serving my country was stolen from me. I've not felt good about that since. In the Air Force, I was paid pretty dang well. I had the exact opposite experience on that, but that's also the Air Force, or as some people say, the Chair Force, which I do understand at times, but it's also kind of aggravating. It's aggravating too, but I get it. I mean, there was 1 year while I was in where I actually was at a desk job. Oh yeah, you did. I didn't even consider that because technically you're, yeah, wow. That must be a completely different, like, feeling of honor then. That must be a very different feeling. Even if nobody thanks you guys for that. I can't imagine what that would be like. Wow. And I honestly don't even know how to even acknowledge that. Wow. That's impressive. She just like a normal person when you met her and talked to her. I have never met anybody of any kind of importance. Nobody. Wow. That sounds really cool. Yeah, I've never met anybody of that kind of stature ever. My father, he actually met Dolly Parton Actually, he was walking right beside Dolly Parton many years ago. He's met like Peyton Manning. I know these aren't anything compared to like royalty or anything, but the point is like famous, powerful people. Um, he's met them. My mom's met a couple, and then I had friends that I used to work with that had run into all sorts of different people. I've never met anybody. The closest I've ever been to something to like meeting somebody is seeing a singer, an artist in concert. That's the closest I've ever been. I've never met anybody, so I can't even like anybody saying that. Hey, they're down to earth. They're just a normal person, and talking to them, they're very chill. I can't even imagine that. That'd be like finding a magic lamp to me. Yeah, I agree with that. That would be amazing. That would definitely be amazing. Not sure how I would ever be able to do that either. But meeting him, I'd like to do that. I would like to meet Elon Musk. I think that would be amazing to meet Elon. And I have thought about possibly meeting Professor. I think his title is Professor Michio Kaku, if I'm saying that correctly. I'd love to meet him. I've seen him speak before, but I didn't get a chance to like talk to him. Um, and I don't know. Maybe I would like to talk to Neil deGrasse Tyson at some point. Okay. This is something I've spent a lot of time thinking about. I just realized we're out of EVs again. We're out of eggs. So the thing is, uh, nobody really thinks about the what the actual price of freedom is. Nobody ever thinks about it. The problem with actual freedom, and I'm not saying this to like bash my own country or anything, but the problem is that it breeds chaos. If everybody's free to have their own opinion, eventually what's going to happen is you're going to have so many different opinions out there that nobody's going to be doing the same thing unless a certain group comes together to push what they believe is the truth. Um, and that's exactly what has been going on in the US is we've got different sides saying, "Hey, we're free to do this, this and this. You have to accept it." And the ones that are saying no, that doesn't even make sense, and it's not actually this, well, then you start getting into debates about what is and isn't right. And the best way I can explain this, and I hate to bring this up, but the best way I can explain this is just asking a simple question. What is the legal age of consent? What is the legal age of consent? And I'm going to make a point here in a minute. I'm just going to wait for your response to that simple question. 18. Okay, it's 18 here in the U.S. In the U.S., the um, in the Constitution, yes, that is, it's in there and all that. But the states have their own version of that. Even cities within the country have their own laws on what the legal age of consent is. Not to mention, around the world, the legal age is different. I think it's in Iran, the legal age of consent is like 8 or 7. That is the legal age over there. In Belgium, the legal age is 14. Yeah. The legal age to drink alcohol in Germany is actually like 16 or something. I don't actually remember. It's either 16 or 18. It may be 18. Here in the US, legal age to drink is 21. But my point is, everybody's got their different opinions on what this very simple concept is or should be. I just got a message on Discord. And that's part of the problem here in the US is because everybody's free to think their own way. Now, obviously, this is slightly different, but it gets the point across where you got everybody thinking that something is completely different, and this is based on where you are raised, how you're raised, and all that. And the US is just a melting pot of all these different things. And the only way for them to push a certain ideology is to say that somebody else is lying, or lie themselves, or lie majorly, and like try to push a new normal onto everybody. Now, in other countries where you can't do that, they don't have that kind of problem. They have the other end of that where they're fighting to have that kind of freedom. Which, again, like I stated earlier, 18 to vote, yeah. Considered an adult. Yeah, that's just ridiculous that they can do that. They shouldn't be able to do that, period. I don't know why that nonsense going on in schools where they've uh, transitioned a child to a different sex just doesn't make any sense to me. If they are not legal to vote or anything else, then why would they be able to do that? And why would the parents not have control of that? And any parent that does allow that is sick in the head. That I can't answer. I have no idea why that is. As far as like the age and alcohol is concerned, I don't see why they can't be the same. I don't think that it should be 18, but I don't think it should be 21 either. Uh, maybe somewhere in the middle, maybe like 20. Like break it in the middle somewhere. No, no, I don't think he would ever be able to answer something like that. Whoops. No, go back. Oh my gosh, I am hitting the wrong buttons. No, Einstein wouldn't be able to answer questions like that at all. Einstein had a hard enough time trying to understand the concept of money, which is something I actually agree with. Like, money doesn't make any sense. It's all based on the old trade system. You have something of value for trade. I have something of value of trade. Let's trade. It's based on that, but it's just a concept that something has equal value. And if that value constantly changes, then who's to say that it was worth that value to begin with? Oh, good grief. What is it blocking now? Zog? The fantasy world of Zog. Yeah, no. Like I said earlier, too, that stuff just baffles me. I don't bother with it. It is 100% ridiculous. All right. Let's. I'm gonna have to finish off this batch of eggs, and then I'm gonna have to get off. Yeah, we got one more egg to hatch, so this will be the last one. As soon as this hatches, I'll have to get off. I do need to go downstairs and take care of the dogs, because it is about time for them to go back outside, and it will be about the time for me to go and check and see what if there's any new information on the election. Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. Nope, nope, not time for Empyrean. I don't do Empyrean on Tuesdays. Empyrean's only on Mondays. Tuesdays is Pokemon. Although I do have a thought for a new ship that I've been thinking about, so I may tonight get in just do some creative building. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dig. You didn't look at my schedule, did you? Like I do Empyrean on Mondays. Pokemon's supposed to be on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is supposed to be Minecraft. Oh, thank you. It's working. What? Thank you very much for that. I don't understand why that wasn't working yesterday. It's suddenly working. That makes little to no sense. But thank you for that. I definitely appreciate it. Welcome to the Eevee army. I honestly need to change that because I imagine that's going to get flagged over on YouTube. I imagine all of those have been flagged on YouTube. I haven't actually looked in a while because I quit caring about that. Hey, I watch Brits all the time. I've chatted with them on like Twitch, YouTube, and all that. I have no problem. Oh, okay. Why did that ding a second time? And I don't see. That's weird. Because of the way I've got this set up, I can actually see all that. Yep, across the pond, and there's a lot of things that get lost in the pond. So yeah, we're gonna end right here. I'm gonna go take care of the dogs and everything, get them outside, let them potty and everything. So thank you, Prep for Battle. Thank you for chatting with me and keeping me talking about different things because that is something that I need to really work on when streaming is continuing to talk. So I definitely appreciate having somebody to talk to. I'm sorry, Dig. Come back next Monday and we will be in Imperion next Monday. For now, no. Like I said, schedule and the rotation that I have. Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying about the schedule. So Thursdays, because I started up Alien Isolation for Halloween, Thursdays for the remainder of the game, we are going to be playing Alien Isolation until we are finished with that. And when we're finished with that, we'll go back to V Rising. And then on Fridays, I like to try and play 7 Days to Die. So, oh, excuse me. Look forward to that. We did just get through the second Horde night on 7 Days to Die. So, I definitely appreciate that. And I have absolutely no problem if you're British. I don't. Just help me out with translating things because, well, not translating, but there's slight differences. Like you were saying biscuits earlier. I'm like, biscuits? Why would. Oh, you mean a cookie? Oh, nice. Yeah, V Rising I've been really enjoying. 7 Days to Die, coming back to it after being gone for so long, is very, very, very different. But I have been enjoying it to an extent, so I decided we're gonna keep playing it on Fridays. But yeah, that is my schedule. I hope to see you guys back here, possibly Thursday. I don't know if we'll be able to do anything Minecraft tomorrow. We'll see. I severely doubt it, but we are supposed to be doing Minecraft tomorrow. Kalor? I'm not sure I could add a U to every word, but yeah, I'll try to remember that. Anyway, thank you guys for being around, and God bless. And I will see you. Possibly the earliest will be Thursday. Uh, That's just how life is. So I will see you guys back then, and I need to bring this up. I said I need. Oh, right, this is it. I'm so used to this being a game and not OBS itself. So yeah, I will see you guys back here probably Thursday. If I can stream tomorrow, I will. Otherwise, there won't be a stream tomorrow. There is a reason why I picked Wednesdays for Minecraft. So I will see you then. God bless. Take care. Have a great day. And I will see you later over on YouTube. Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more content. Bye, guys.